Yeah. Okay. Let's see me on here. Whoa, there we go. I know, I need to set the music up and all of those things. But what do you think of the nice new starting soon logo? Pretty cool. So big shout out to 25th Legacy for creating that. Well, for creating the background, and I added the bull and the bear and the starting soon and all of that stuff. But yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Which filter shall I use today? Yeah. I'll probably add a filter in a minute. I've got, I feel like really yeah, the logo is awesome. I'm really happy with what he did with that. It looks really cool. We'll be adding all the moving bits and bobs and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, very soon. But for now, it's a nice start. It's a pretty good start. I made the Ethereum, so anyone that saw the Ethereum video as well, yeah, that was made by, so 25th Legacy did the background for that as well, and I added the rest of the stuff. I have to apologise, I'm drinking Heineken tonight. It's, yeah, it was just really cheap, it was on offer, so, sorry, I told you I had to give you a shout out in the chat. Yeah, I had to give you a shout out. You can't get away with it. But I will. I'll promise not to keep on shouting you out if you keep making these awesome backgrounds for me, because they're great and I really like using them. Yes, and let's get some merch on the go as well. All right, let's. Oh my God! Look at Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin. We are going to hit our second take profit. Here was our first take profit. Here is where we compounded. Here is our second take profit. Although, to be honest, like, we're 351. Who called the bottom? On stream, we were live on stream, calling the bottom. Well, we weren't, like, we were saying it looked like a good bottom. We weren't saying it was going to be the bottom, but yeah, it turns out it was. Well, at least, at least for now, it was. Georgia Adelaide. God, this Georgia Adelaide in the chat every day, pin the chat every day. I think everyone can probably guess who that is. He's all right, thank you for reminding me once again. Message pinned. We have, oh man, I'm sitting on a chair too much. I need to get one of those Herman Miller, like really nice Herman Miller chairs or something. Because my back is not enjoying all of this sitting around. Ethereum. Litecoin doing nothing. Oh, today was so good. I'm so sorry. Today was today was tough on my overall portfolio, but today was so good for a trade. Paulius, am I? No, I'm not fully closing my long on daily open. I'm holding this long now. This will be a swing. So I took off 25%. I added it back on here, moved my stop loss into profit. This will be my second take profit in this area. Let me just check there's nothing to make me want to take profit now. No, I'm happy with how it is now. I don't want to take any more profit off yet. Like we might retrace or something. I'm not, so I'll probably take 50, between 30 and 50 off, I'd say here. Honestly, what would be really nice at this stage is for us to reject, because this isn't just a daily open, it's a 4-hour OB as well, and it's our daily, it's another daily level. What would be really nice is for us to sweep the lows and then come up higher. I don't think that's going to happen, but I do have more orders down here, so I'll probably take a decent amount of profit off up here, and I won't compound again unless we go lower. I think at that point, once I've taken off enough profit, I can just remove this stop loss and try and build a swing position. Yeah, let me have a look at that. I haven't got I cleaned this chart up, so this was just for illustration purposes for the... Oh my god, my levels are getting so crazy. Oh yeah, we're coming up to this daily, so that's what it is. We've got this daily order block here, so this is the low of it. Yeah. Senti, you're not late. I've only just started streaming, man. Right. Who wants to join a Zoom? What I thought we could do tonight is it would be really fun to just chat to a few people. We had an idea that we could do today. What I'd like to share, or what I'd like people to share today, if they don't mind and if they do want to join the Zoom room. It would be fun to share everyone's like trading journey, and so what your biggest kind of, or why you started trading, how long you've been trading for, what the worst trade you ever took was. So like I was saying this morning or last night, I've literally been streaming like non-stop. Either this morning or last night, I was saying about how like the trade last March, like that was my worst kind of wrecked thing. I'd like to hear some other stories from other people about that, just because it's quite nice for people to realize they're not alone. Obviously, people who have lost money the last few days, I'm completely aware of that. You might be watching this today, still hurting after what's happened in the last week, but just realize you're not the only ones, like we've all been there. So yeah, I thought if anyone wants to come on and share some stories, I'm not too fussed about looking at the charts so much tonight. We'll have a look at some charts, we'll have a look at some possible setups, but yeah, let me know. Give me a shout in the Discord if you'd want to do that. I will post the Zoom. Oh my god, there's my face really big. I do now have Zoom Premium, so we're not limited to such a short amount of time. Let me just make sure this is set up properly. I don't need my face on there. That will just continue to kill my computer. Oh, if anyone wants to buy me a new computer, that'd be nice. Although, no, it's fine. I can buy myself a new computer. I'm not. I can buy myself a new computer. I just really don't want to go through the expense of it. I hate spending money on anything. I like just holding my crypto. forever. never spending it unless I have to. Georgette says, check out general chat on the Discord. I wonder how this person knew how to check general chat on the Discord. Eh? I wonder how they found that out. Cool. Yeah. We should definitely get people in there. All right, open up the Zoom. Yeah, I'm going to stop faffing about. I need to set my audio settings on here. I think I got it right last time. Did everyone hear that? Let me just see if Stream heard that. I need a new computer. I need more monitors. Wait, let me test it again. No, that didn't work. Shit. There we go. Okay, the test works. So now people will be able to hear each other. Okay, invite. Copy. Wait. I'm logged onto Zoom on the wrong account. Damn it. Sorry, let's start that again. Sign out. Sign in. There we go. And new meeting. Join. Stop video. Let me check this again. Test speakers. Yep, that works. And now we won't have the that is the Zoom thingy. That's just the Zoom test thing. Yeah. There we go, and I'll post this in the group as well. All right, come and join. We're just about to hit my take profit. Let's just be aware of this. I'm just going to do this now, actually, I think. Yeah, I'm just taking profit now, just so if anyone hasn't taken profit on a long, I would probably recommend you just take a little bit off as we're coming up to this daily. I'm not taking much off. I'm going to do 20%. And I don't know where Ethereum and Litecoin are, but I do also have open positions with those, and I am going to do the same with those. 20% here, just because I know people are joining in the Zoom, and we're not going to be able to do this. I won't be able to just keep doing my phone and stuff. Okay, participants. All right, we have some people in the Zoom. Does anyone want to talk? I hope I can hear you. Wait, can I not hear you? Is someone...
Yo.
Yes, okay, cool, that works. Cool. I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nice. All right. Let's just open the chat. Gunny missed both moves. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's too much stuff on here. So we've got Senti in here, we've got Gunny in here, we've got Tempest in here. Does anyone want to give I'm just going to open the room up. Does anyone want to give a little background or go over anything? Does anyone have anything to say? And we'll just take it from there. Already, I'm sure we'll get into the flow of things soon. No one?
I haven't heard anybody else speak about from me.
Yeah. Should we see if there's a few other people that come in here? Let's get Tiger on the Zoom call. I think we should get Tiger on the Zoom call. Tiger's not joining the Zoom call.
There was a total capitulation from retail. Like, absolutely insane.
And even last night, wasn't it? It was like there was so much panic last night, and I think because I was feeling really, when you look at this, like of course we were going to come down lower. There were such nice targets to get lower down, but the capitulation yesterday, and then I think people started to try and buy again. Just from the typical trade that you get, like sweep the lows. I know so many people were calling for this. I'm like, good traders are not like I was live saying like, okay, we do have support here, and there's like nothing to panic about. But yeah, realistically, all we've done today is just we're back where we were. So yeah, there wasn't anything to panic about. But I think a lot of people probably got caught out by this as well. Just.
Oh, so many people. Many people got liquidated. It's crazy. Just fucking gambling with the high leverage. I was watching Ethereum yesterday, and the funding rate on the move upward, right, was neutral. Pretty much neutral. We were going to all-time highs. And then as soon as we started coming down, the funding rate started to increase, and it started to increase. And then we had the final capitulation, and the funding rate had gone to 10x, and then everybody just got wiped out, and the funding rate went back to neutral.
I know. It was so many people were buying so many people bought the top on Ethereum. And what was the move down?
People were buying all the way down, and then they closed for a loss, 100%.
Yeah.
People were buying all the way down, and then they capitulated right at the bottom, and they just closed their position.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's quite funny, actually. I was speaking to my dad today, and he almost did the same. I got my dad into trading. I've been teaching him some stuff, and he phoned me up earlier on today, like, what is going on? Like he's been in Ethereum for a while, since like last December, so he's all right. But he ended up buying some more yesterday because he watched my video. Which is probably
he didn't buy the top, but it doesn't really matter.
I know
going past the top.
The thing is, like, I have such like, with doing the YouTube thing, I have such like conflicting thoughts on what I want to do on the YouTube, because on the one hand, like, because yesterday's Ethereum video was like the first one I've ever done that was kind of just specifically like, I just want to do this for YouTube, and see if it gets more views, and because the morning updates and all of those kind of things, they're purely for the community. I know no one is going to care about those outside of the community. The Ethereum one was one of those where I'm like, okay, I've got to do some hype stuff here and try it as best I could. But yeah, I felt so bad because I was like, I know Ethereum's at all-time high, but I know we're going to get a crash at some point, and that's why I was saying, like, here's your support. If you get this, it's like the best buy you could hope for.
The great thing about it is ETH BTC did not capitulate. Like, it just has not capitulated. So ETH is so fucking strong, like it's insane.
Oh yeah, like ETH BTC just bounced off the monthly. It was great. We have our monthly here, and this is the one, like this is the big level for me. Like if ETH BTC can close above here at the end of this month, that is like, because we've been in this accumulation phase for, well, since August 2018. We've been below these lows on the monthly. That's like almost 3 years of accumulation.
The only thing that's worrying me is we've been in this like wedge pattern, like this rising wedge, and we're coming to the top of the rising wedge. And historically, the last 3 times at the top of the rising wedge, we've reversed.
What, on the BTC or
ETH BTC pair? Yeah, I'll post a screenshot.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say as well. I could share a screen for the Zoom as well. Like I wasn't gonna do too much charting on here. Like my screen share is up on YouTube, so YouTube can hear what we're talking about. But the thing is, if I do screen share on Zoom as well, I just end up, yeah, it goes really laggy on my computer. I really need to get a computer with a better GPU.
Yeah, no, it's totally. I can just share my ideas. Like I can screenshot them. Like I posted it to general.
Yeah. Oh right, like it's this gramophone thing. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, not rising red. I mean like expanding
That's it, yeah,
speakerphone or whatever.
yeah, gramophone.
Which is
speakerphone rising.
The funny thing about speakerphone is it's historically seen at the top of bull runs, like as a reversal. Like, then you know the market. But clearly here it's not, because we've been just slowly climbing up.
Yeah, well that's the thing. Every time it's been, it's been that resistance, which is then you come back down and test support afterwards. I do think we'll probably get more of a range bound thing going on for a lot of, like, because this has just been a like we had it with Bitcoin as well, like last year, where it would do something like this, and it's just every move up gets sold in, like you get sold. Every move up gets sold, and then again, move up gets sold, and the next move up gets sold, and then finally you break out of your accumulation, and it just goes on a run. For Ethereum, if it can hold this monthly, then I think we're probably looking like next month. You've got to get, because it's a 3-year accumulation that's been going on. It's going to be like, it's going to take more than just like a few days outside of your first monthly close. You have to get like a monthly open close above it to then run, I think. So yeah, we might get sold into down to like 0.04 sats or something. We'll see what happens. There's definitely, there's good support below. But yeah, it does look really good, Ethereum. It looks like a lot of alts did. Like on the way down, a lot of alts were doing this. They were kind of creating this falling wedge, and now Ether's doing that in reverse, and it's cool. So Bitcoin. We're almost at God, if we can get a close above this daily today, this is probably the better trade, like this daily. If we can close like a DOGE today, that would be seriously nice for the weekend.
I mean, the daily candle looks, if we can close above the daily candle will look fucking insane.
Yeah. Yeah, that it will look really nice. This is like what we had back on 28th of February, where we had a wick down lower, and then it created like a nice bullish hammer, and then we just had a massive engulfing candle the next day that engulfed the whole of the last week. So back in like the 1st of March, like we had one candle that just engulfed like the entire week previously, and Yeah, like if something, and again, like these lows here, massive engulfing candle the following day. So I know you can't see this on the chat right now. There'll be a delay on the YouTube, it's like 30 seconds, but yeah, every time we make these lows, we keep getting these big engulfing candles afterwards. I don't know if we'll get that. We probably won't. It's a weekend, but it looks. Yeah.
Hey, what about the recovery on stocks? Like,
they're all-time highs again, aren't they?
Mate, amazing. Fucking love it.
That's the thing. It was just such a. I can't believe people sold because Biden might increase taxes. Like, come on.
I honestly, can I join, Luke? How
Yes.
are you, man?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, a long time no see, man.
I know.
Okay. So I honestly think that they were just looking for the excuse to shake out the market a little bit, because
of course.
the market was healthy and they were just looking for the excuse to shake it up.
Yeah. I think so, and that's what you get. That's what happens, isn't it, in markets? And you it's not manipulation, but like the news is always.
I reckon it is manipulation in the sense.
Yeah, the news.
Manipulation, but the way I describe manipulation is if you've got a lot of money, you can literally push the market where you want the market to go.
And
is that manipulation? That's just somebody with a lot of money. He's still playing the same game as you.
Yeah, I guess I like to call it coordination. I think coordination is.
I agree with that. I like
because the thing is, like, when you when we think about, I'm just going to turn you guys up on the YouTube, with all the news and everything that comes out alongside the technicals, like the thing is that ES isn't very technical anymore. Like the stocks are within it, but the technicals on ES and SPX, they're not. It's just buy the dip, isn't it? It's like Bitcoin, and it's just shake out retail every now and again to buy the dip and do that kind of thing. But it just seemed like really well timed news, even more so for the crypto markets, and I think that kind of shows how much the crypto markets are maturing at the moment as well. I don't think SPX and the US stock market needed that like FUD as much as crypto markets did.
I believe that there was a correction due. Like everything was too overheated, right? But all news does it accelerates the correction. So a correction which might have taken a week, it can happen in like 2 days.
Yeah. And that's the thing with the Bitcoin stuff is that my bias was that we would come back and hit that 59k and then drop lower. Without news, that may have happened, but if you've got money and you want to push the market and you want to have that coordinated effect on the market and you're in a short already, why wait for all of that when you just know that, especially all futures and CME and stuff, they'd already cleared down to 48k. That had already been cleared. It was just derivatives and spot that needed to catch up and get down there. And I didn't realize that. But
even if they coordinate and push the price in the opposite direction, the true trend will always continue.
Yeah.
It's the way the markets work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling I don't feel bearish on this move down at all.
No, but if you compare it to 2017, you're going to see it's like we literally came down for 30% in a week.
Yeah, but in 2017, you needed less money to push the price around.
Yeah,
now you need a lot more capital to push the price around. So these these people with big money, they need a lot more money to push price around.
Yeah, I think because the moves down have been just as aggressive this cycle as they the thing is they happen a lot quicker on this cycle than I remember them happening in 2017. Like the big corrections we had in 2017 ended up with they were like a really boring range with a slow grind down that would happen for like over the course of about 3 weeks, and then in one day it would just capitulate and then come back into the range. Whereas this is a lot more, it seems to be really aggressive right at the highs. I guess it's a lot more. It's a lot nastier on retail. It's certainly a lot more damaging for retail.
But it's being bought up really quickly as well. What you're saying about the 2017 being like a lot less money to being pushed
less
up,
liquidity.
But you can also see how this big money right now is being bought up really, really fast. Yesterday we were recovering nicely, and then we dumped even further. But like
the big money is basically selling into their orders. That's what they do.
That's the thing. You don't. The big money has they work off of like a 0.1% spread. So all they need to do is push the price down far enough for it to create a cascade of liquidations, and then they know where those liquidations are going to end.
I'm certain that all these unregulated exchanges must be selling or telling information to these big money traders, like where the liquidations are, how much money you need to start.
But there's no question. They're doing it for sure.
Yeah, but Bybit do that.
If not, they're doing it themselves, like 100%.
Bybit wash trade, and they do all of that. You see it on.
Dude, when Coinbase got caught for wash trading, when they're regarded as the most well respected, and they're doing wash trading. So of course these Bybit and all these, outside fucking EU exchanges are doing it.
Yeah, I think we all know a few good traders in the space, and I know a couple of people from Bybit and stuff as well, and I'm trying to get some stuff sorted with them. But again, there are people that have inside information on that, and it is. Yeah, it's quite crazy. There was something that happened back here. I'm not going to go into details of what it is, but there's there is movement in there, and it is. That's it. I'm never going to say there's manipulation in the market, because I don't believe in that, because it's it all works from technicals anyway, and if you can trade the technicals, it's that's.
You can see, as you say, manipulation. You can see it on the chart before it happens.
Luke, you can literally see that people are manipulating and they're dumping on their own people. I don't want to name people. I want to disclose that, because I even wrote it today in another chat. You can see a candle coming in with 50 million, and before that there were 1 million candles, and people are being misled all the time. They're this time, that time, and they're being dumped upon all the time.
Yeah,
someone needs to have their bags filled. Yeah, and it's disgusting.
But somebody needs to lose as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. That's the game we all play, and that's why we're here. And we all play that game. If we had the money, we'd be able to do the same thing. We don't have the money, but we've got to. That's it.
We're getting there.
As smaller traders, we've got to. Huh? Yeah.
We're getting there, man.
Yeah.
The thing about running an exchange, right, is you literally have the keys to all the information. You know exactly where the money is. You know exactly what the top traders are doing. You know where the stop loss is. You know everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
You literally don't need to read the charts. You just read the information. You trade off that. And I bet you that's what they do.
Oh yeah, because the information that, for example, Bybit, Binance, any of that have, that's think of the information we get on XO. We have no idea who's shorting and longing. We have no idea what certain traders are doing, and all we can see is a net longs, net shorts, open interest that is just based off of guesswork, because the only information that the exchange provides is very minimal, and XO does its best to interpret that information into net longs and net shorts. But the thing is, that's all. It's all kind of guesswork, even on XO and things like that, because every trade is 50-50 anyway. For every long there's a short, so. It's it just I don't know what I'm getting at, but it's the information we get from things like XO and stuff isn't the whole picture either, but it is useful to trade against, because it does give us more information than we can get from other sources for certain.
I mean, there is this thing called deviation trading, where top traders are not on Bybit. Top traders are on FTX. The exchange that has the least liquidations is FTX, and that's 100%. So There is this thing called deviation trading, where exchanges are sharing information between each other, and then they have this circle where when one of the exchanges have the least liquidity in a particular moment in the market, and they have those scam wicks where they're like dropping. So the other exchanges have to follow that exchange. So it's basically they're all communicating with each other, and they agree on having crack and having a scam wick at that particular moment. So they have to follow the particular price movement, and that's pretty much it. So we are all being sacrificed sooner or later.
Isn't that just a form of arbitrage?
I mean,
the reason all the markets trade similar prices because there's arbitrage between markets to regulate the price.
Arbitrage is if there's a difference between prices, but if it's being manipulated on purpose, if one exchange is manipulating price at that particular moment on purpose.
For example, do you remember when Kraken on the ETH USD pair, I think it went all the way to 900 USD, and nobody else went anywhere close to that? So you're saying if all the exchanges followed, then they should have followed all the way down to 900?
No, I mean, those are the extreme cases. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the day-to-day basis.
Okay.
Yeah, day-to-day basis, where you see like those, the funding goes up, you have more longs opening, and the price is coming down. It's because Bybit and all the other exchanges are having a healthy liquidity, but one of the exchanges is literally shitting their pants, and they have to follow those particular liquidity movements on that particular exchange.
So what you get in those instances is, and this happens quite often, and this is what someone, I don't know if it was one of you guys or someone else in the chat brought up this morning, is that on the inverse futures on Bybit, and this was the one that seemed to have led the market on the most recent crash, like over the weekend. So I think that was traders on... I'm just going to pull that up. But on the BTC USD futures, and I'll just bring this up here. I'm not signed in, so that's fine. We hit, price hit 48k exactly over the weekend. And now everything else has followed down. So what... on these like low liquidity exchanges and things, and with Bybit, it's a really good example of that. It's one of those things where it's almost like you can, they can flash signals, and we used to get this on, Kraken and on, what is it? What is it we all used to trade?
BitMEX. That was low liquidity.
BitMEX, that's the one. Yeah, so you used to get these wicks down on BitMEX, and then like a few hours later, price would just start to follow it down. And the wick would cause nothing because their liquidity engine thing and all of that wouldn't do anything, but it would give like a flash signal with one of those wicks down. And then price follows it down. And it was like a weird thing that we did at the weekend, where on Bybit, and I think on FTX futures as well, it hit 48k, like exactly. It was exactly 48k, and then it just took a while for the market to come down to that level. So on the futures, the market's done like the opposite thing, as it went to 48k on the weekend, and then it's now sat at 51. So spot has done that the opposite way around. Like spot's now caught up because we're at 51 now, but this morning we were at 48, and now it's finally caught up with what the futures markets are doing. But it's all like interesting stuff, and it's just, that's the thing, that's the game we play, and I'm never going to complain about manipulation in the market. Like, we all know, anyone that's been in this game long enough knows what exchanges do. We're all well enough. We have enough experience of it from BitMEX to know what goes on in the markets, and that's why you play probabilities. And 9 times out of 10, you're okay, because they're not going to be coordinated moves against people the majority of the time. It's just, you've got to be able to know when to protect yourself if a move does happen, and if it is a coordinated move, or if it is yeah, anything. That's the thing. Like you get a news event. So we hit a resistance, we get a rejection, we then get a news event, and then it's just an opportunity, and then it's kind of like, okay, big money's like, all right, we can just continue to be more aggressive on this move down because there are catalysts for that. So the technicals line up, the news events line up, and the people who are moving the market spot an opportunity at that point, and they can then move it based on everything to where they want it to go, I guess. So yeah, as long as you're kind of trading the technicals most of the time, I've never seen a move happen that's outside of the technicals. It's not like you get something out of nowhere. Like there's always a technical reason for there being a move, and you can always go back on the chart and be like, okay, well this did come into resistance, and then an opportunity is just taken after that. So yeah. Anyway, does anyone want to share, like, because it'd be really interesting actually to hear some of you guys' stories and yeah, how long you've been trading, and just give everyone within the community, and if there is anyone else viewing, then give us an overview of, like, or let them know who you are and yeah, how long you've been trading for and all of that, and some stories and things.
Sure, I can go.
Go for it, man.
We already had a Zoom call where I shared a little bit of my story before.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Neo round. You were locked out or something like that. I don't know if you remember. There was a Zoom call before, like, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks ago.
Oh man, that was that was back in the days of the old community when I used to do those Zoom calls that didn't go down very well. And then I got extremely drunk on a Zoom call, and yeah, decided best to mute myself.
Those were the days, man.
Yeah. Now I have a bit more responsibility. I am drinking on stream, but I will behave myself and remain professional.
No, the group is awesome, man. Like, I'm really, really happy for you, and I
thanks
see
a lot,
growing. Man. It's growing, and you're doing a fantastic job. And I wasn't even doubting you for a second. So.
Oh, thanks, man. It's I'm really enjoying it as well, and it's what I've always wanted to do this, and I've had like the Toros brand and stuff since 2017, but I never just had the confidence in, like, my own trading and just talking to be able to pull it off before. But I've definitely now got the confidence in trading. And now
have you seen some of the crypto YouTubers? You don't need confidence in trading. You literally just need confidence in speaking.
That's the thing. I had no confidence in speaking. I was so bad. I'm such a bad public speaker, but this is actually making, like, a really big difference. I think if I look, even, like, I've been doing this for like 2 weeks, and if I look back at my first video and then compare it to the video I did, or the streams I'm doing now, and the video I was doing yesterday and things like that, I'm like, wow, I'm getting definitely a bit more articulate, and I'm definitely playing the YouTube game a bit more now. But it's a journey. It's definitely a journey, and hearing my voice is so weird. On, like, when I watch back the videos and things, it's
I think we all have that same situation, but I think you're great. I think you're great because you are, like, literally, like, you're awesome, and you're doing an awesome job. You're doing from the beginning to the end. You literally cover all the bases and all the major stuff that you need to cover, and it's really good.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. Thanks. Yeah, and it's great to have you guys here as well.
That's it. You just need more exposure, and that's it. Literally.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, we're trying, and I think that's the thing. I'm trying to just do things to get. I think doing more of the alt stuff is going to help. The Ethereum video I put up yesterday had a decent amount of views from YouTube searches and stuff, and I think I just need to go.
YouTube just sucks up Ethereum. I don't know what it is about Ethereum, but people love Ethereum.
Yeah,
crazy about it.
Yeah, I need to do it on as many as that's the thing. I think over the next few weeks I'm gonna have to play the YouTube game a bit, because a lot of the people within.
There's nothing wrong with playing the YouTube game as long as you play it in your own style. And
Yeah.
you're more about ethics rather than some of these YouTubers who are just shilling and shit, right? So as long as you put an ethical spin on it, I don't see, there's no
That's the thing. I'm not gonna.
There's no harm in playing the YouTube game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna start bullshitting people. That's and shilling like projects that are just like anything I talk about is what I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I may be wrong, but if I'm wrong, then at least I believed it, and it was my honest opinion, and that's the thing. That's what I want to be doing, and
the thing about trading is there's always two scenarios, right?
Yeah,
you either go up or you go down. So as long as you show both scenarios, right? You're never wrong, basically. You know what I mean?
It would be funny though, wouldn't it, if just as some of the charts that we had, and I know like luxury and stuff, he was posting that cipher when we were at the top, and people were like, no, you can't do that, you can't post like bearish scenarios when we're bullish, but you've got to do that. You've got to do that.
That's a psychological aspect of it, isn't it? People only want to see what they want to happen.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the YouTube comments, seeing if anyone's saying anything.
Well, Ice was about to tell us a story.
Yeah, Jeff is saying just do not do 80% Toros setup strategy. I guess you mean like don't try and market that as my own trade or something like that. Look how Neo does it. I have my own style. I'm not gonna start copying other YouTubers. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna start pretending that certain setups are my own copyright, and I'm not gonna copy other YouTubers. But that was to the questions in the chat. Anyway, we keep going off topic, so someone share their trading story. I'm gonna open the floor and have a beer. Ice, I think.
Let me just manage my trade. We literally fell off the cliff right now.
Well, that's why we were taking
fell off
profit
the cliff. So I'm managing.
Oh, really? We haven't even touched the daily yet.
Yeah, someone front running, but it's 0.38%.
So I think where was my sell order? I'm gonna look. I think I caught the exact high just then. Not to brag. So
taking profits. You were taking profits.
Right? Just taking profits. I just closed 20%. I'm not closing a lot because I'm happy to hold this as a swing.
Well, I'm in a long from 48 and I'm in a short from 59. So I don't know.
Nice.
And I was scalping in the middle. I scalped today 49.5 until 50. Yeah. I literally some of the stuff are so easy to do, because when you know that people are actually filling bags of the bigger players, and you know that they're gonna dump when it's overextended, it's so funny to see. And then people are actually praising those big players. They're like, "Oh my God, you're so amazing! You're so awesome!" And the guy is actually waiting for his bags to be filled, and then he dumps on his own people. What the fuck?
I almost sold the top, and I only did this because I was starting the stream, and I didn't want to have to manage it when I was doing the stream, but I did just sell 51,220.5, which is $20 off the top. So that's good. We're bouncing now, so the thing is we've just come back to our...
It's like in shorts are closing slowly. Open interest going up, it's
showing here, serious.
I think we're in for a good weekend on alts, and I think Bitcoin will probably range over the weekend.
You think so? I really think there's going to be a green weekend. I think the retail is going to go berserk this weekend. That's what I think.
Well,
I think they're going to go on fire.
I have to either we range or we go up, because I use I don't know if you guys know of something called the ADR, which is the average daily range. So I use that on MT. Yeah, I use that on MT4, and basically for each session, there's a certain amount of pips you can move, right? And it's calculated each week. And basically, in one session, we've moved the same amount that price can usually move in 1 week. So I don't see us like going lower from here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just too overextended. Like, prices move too much in such a short period of time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. It's got to come back into. The thing is, how long do we have left of the week? So it's the 23rd. So we've got like a week left of this month, and I do think we do still have the potential to close this month as very close to the monthly open. So I do still think that 59k area is possible to do in a week. And then we go into May and we have a DOGE there, which will just create some uncertainty in the market. And it would be quite a move up. I guess we would then have a monthly level.
The short squeeze is on, dude. Like, we need one good short squeeze below straight.
Yeah.
A lot of key levels.
The thing, I don't think, unless we reclaim 52 probably tonight, I don't think we're going to be exploring like the range that we were in over the last week over this weekend. I think there's enough pressure from above to keep us down a little bit longer. I will change that if we do claim 52 tonight. So we've got 3 hours to do it. But I've not, this isn't like a rapid recovery. This isn't V-shape what we're doing now. This is kind of cautious. So I do think we're going to make another, we might sweep the lows. We might come down and hit support. Like maybe we'll just hover around 50k over the weekend. And alts will do quite well, but unless, because we haven't done like a swing failure of the range above us now. We are stuck in a lower range right now. And it did take us like 2 weeks to break 52k last time. So I do see 52k as being really significant resistance right now. If that gets claimed, then I think we'll probably have a weekend between like 52 and 56. But if it doesn't get claimed tonight, then I'm pretty sure we'll be stuck between 52 and like 40. Well, I don't think we'll come down to 48, but we could sweep the lows and we could, we'll see.
Yeah, for me, 46 was the last level. If we would break 46, it would be like, that's pretty much it. I saw us coming down much lower, like we never came there.
Yeah, 45 to, well, 45.3, 45.250. That's our monthly. And we've got our order block there, which takes us up to 46,200. So if we do, like, again, I think we've got the 4 hour, and the thing with the 4 hour and the divergence that we had on that. So again, I am just sharing a YouTube chart while we're doing this because we are still on YouTube. I need to remember that. We do still have some, like, a couple of really big. So we've gone into oversold. I don't like, so first of all, I don't like the RSI and I don't like the MACD, but when we get moves like this, I do pay attention to them. And if we get divergence together, then I do pay attention to that. But we've had really big histogram movements on the MACD and we've gone into oversold, whatever you want to call it, twice on the RSI. So I do think there is room for a third push down, possibly, which would then just create things more like that zero range and bring the RSI back down to 30 on the 4 hour. So we could get a move to 45 after a decent enough weekend. And then once we stabilize on, because like the oscillators have gone mad on this move down because it was so fast. And what we saw on the low back in at the end of February was we did see 3 moves down, and it ended up at like, yeah, there was no more room to go before we pushed. So I do think it's too early to say we're going to V-shape and come back up into this 52 to 56, but we might. And I really wouldn't care at all if we do sweep these lows and create a third set of divergences here, which would be really nice. So, and that's lower the range. So we'll do well there. I need to make sure I'm still paying attention to the chat. So Johnny M. Cool. Wait a sec. What are you saying? You want to build, make calls, and stand by them. Explain when it works, explain when it fails. YouTube wants calls. Then teach a man to fish. The teach a man to fish bullshit only works when you have a big community. Well, I did give some call. I like on my, whenever I do my morning updates, I always give a trade on there, and the last few days I have shown what has happened. So I guess I'm doing that. I guess I need to do that a bit better. But I'm not gonna. Yeah, if people, that's the thing. I want to attract the right people to the community. So I don't want to be like a moon boy and being like, oh, we're gonna do this. So yeah, I want to be mainly educational and
just
yeah, attract the right people in.
Yeah, whatever you do, just please teach people on the correct use of leverage and the correct risk management.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It should be the most important thing that you teach, like the number one thing.
And that's yeah, that's the thing as well, is I want it to be yeah. Huh?
My friend, you have an open mic. Gunny for
almost anyway. Talking to his wife.
She's saying, "Shut the fuck up! I'm listening to Duke."
Shall I just mute? Is that Gunny? Yeah.
Who is that?
Yeah, Gunny.
It's Gunny. I've just muted him. Sorry, Gunny. You can unmute yourself in a minute if you're back. Where was I? Yeah, I think I want to attract the right people to the community, and I think people are going to find, if I do the right stuff with, like, as things start to grow just gradually and organically, I think yeah, I hope there's a place for this kind of thing within the crypto space. Like, I know most people are just there for the entertainment value, but that's not really what I'm about, and I want to do something more serious and more, like you were saying earlier, I guess more ethical. And if people are looking, if people are looking for that, then they're going to find us, aren't they? They're going to find this community. So that's what I'm about, and that's what I want to do. I'm not going to start like trying to do PR stunts and all of that kind of thing. Like, that's the reason why I don't show my positions as well, because I don't think it helps people. And that's,
it doesn't. I think the main thing is, right, and I think your acquisition source is going to be a lot of people, right, who have just gambled, they've lost a lot of money. A lot of people will quit, but then there's going to be a certain amount of people who will then seek, what am I doing wrong? What's the correct way?
Yeah. And I think the thing as well is that I'm hoping this would be a lot more sustainable going into a bear market as well, because we want to attract serious traders, and what we want to have within Toros and within this community is people that are serious about trading, not just buying Bitcoin and buying crypto expecting to make life-changing money overnight. We don't want those people here, and we want people that are trade. Like, yeah, of course there's an element of that, and there's an element of speculation that I do as well. There's a decent portion of my portfolio that goes into speculation, but I don't want just pure FOMO FUD moon boys and speculative gamblers coming in here every day. That's not what it's about. And that means, like, even when we go into a bear market, we can still get people interested because we are trading, and it doesn't matter what the chart is doing, we're trading. When we do go into a bear market, all of these communities that are based off of pump and dumps and all of the scammy moon boy stuff, is they're all going to die. So because there'll be no people left that are interested in that. There's no speculation.
I mean, those are the people that we'll live off of. So there's never going to be a shortage of them. Like how long ago in this game? Look, for like 5-6 years already, right?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've seen everything. You've been like me, down the hill, up the hill, and everywhere in between. So like, there's never going to be a shortage of people. It's just they just come in a larger numbers now, but they were here in 2017, 18, 19. So, but your group is amazing, as I told you already. Just focus more on like some like if you can, the things that I'm noticing when I'm watching your live streams and stuff. I would like you to do what nobody else is talking about on YouTube, and that's invalidation, that's price action. Like nobody is doing much focus on price action and validations and stuff that are so, you see, even like, I'm sorry, what's your name? Our other co-host, co-talker, what's your name?
Me, Senti.
Yeah, Senti. You see, even Senti told you, just teach me a proper risk management and everything.
Yeah.
It's because people still struggle with the validations. What we talked about like maybe a couple of weeks ago, like I'm never using any stop losses, because I literally clearly know where the invalidation is and how, I have a feeling already. I developed a feeling for price action. So,
Yeah, I think that's it, is that, risk management and psychology is like even more important than knowing technical analysis, I think, a lot of the time. And I say this whenever I'm doing like one-to-ones with people and stuff like that, and actually kind of teaching this stuff, is that technical analysis is easy. I'm not going to pretend that there's some magic behind technical analysis. It is very easy, and if you have an eye for it, or if you can train your eye for that, like, anyone can do TA. Like, it's really not difficult to mark out a monthly level or a weekly level on a chart. It's really not difficult to find a Fibonacci level. It's really not difficult to draw support and resistance. And a lot of the times that's the stuff that works. You have more advanced stuff. You have TPO charts that take a bit more learning. You have like all your volume stuff and things that take a bit more learning. But if you want to just trade off of basic support and resistance, which is still what a significant amount of my trades are, like I trade support and resistance. That's what I still like to trade, especially on alts. It's really not difficult to do, but it's the psychology and it's the risk management that you need to know, because the thing is, people will end up buying. So say people would end up buying, like, say yesterday we were at daily support, fine, but then they don't set a stop loss. They don't know what their invalidation is for that, and then we come back down and we come to 48k. They might be like, if you're 10x leveraged at 51k, you're liquidated now. Like, that's it, you're out. Like, that's your account gone. So people could have been longing support yesterday, fair enough, but if they didn't know their invalidation and they were too high leverage, that's it, their account's done. And that's the important thing to that people really need to know, is that you might be right in your idea, but you can be really wrong on your trade if you're not managing it properly. So yeah, important stuff for people to know. I've actually got, again, I just need to go back to the chat. I need to be keeping an eye on this. So why are you associating making calls with I'm not associating making calls with Moonboy marketing. I was saying I do make calls, but yeah, I do it
you make a plan. Way. Everybody makes
I make a plan.
That's a call.
I don't make like...
That's a call then, yeah, it's a call. Yeah. But like...
I don't give signals, but I do give plans and I do give strategies.
but look, this game is also an art. Like I met really good traders. I met market makers in my lifetime. Like I'm doing this right now for 6 years already. So if you zoom out of all the technicals, if you guys would see me starting, I was overwhelmed. I had millions of indicators. I had millions of levels. I did this. Now I'm trading solely off of 2 or 3 things because I literally zoomed out on my craft and I'm looking at it right now in a way. How am I swimming with sharks? Because you got to understand, I don't want to call this game a scam, but it is a scam in a way. Guys, this is a scam. This is a proper scam. We are being sheeps. If we are not entering 100 millions, 200 millions positions, you saw what happened 2 or 3 weeks ago. One candle, 360 million pushed the price up on, I don't know, like the one before we hit the all-time highs. So price action for me is the most important thing that everybody is overlooking and nobody talks about it.
100% I agree with you.
Price action is everything, guys. You know how you see price rotate all the time. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. That's exactly, I talked to this one market maker. He's an amazing guy. He was a market maker, he's not anymore. He told me, it's like a loan sharking business. You gotta get the guy to be afraid of you, but you don't want to push him too hard. You don't want to get him to a point where he breaks and he leaves, or he doesn't give you your money back. So you saw how they slam you, but they don't push you that hard. They actually give you a breather. So if you know how to swim in those breathers, it's actually that's exactly what it means. Buy the lows, sell the highs. When everybody's afraid, swim in a price action. Like price action is so important.
That's it. And I know people, I know a lot of people that have come from the background of being very interested in trading theory and the technicals and stuff from Elliott Wave and Wyckoff and things like that, which is brilliant because it really helps you to piece together what's going on and trends and things. But when you start to get and I do that as well. I still put a lot of weight towards like higher term time frame stuff. But when you get into the charts and you're really seeing what's going on, it is exactly what you say, is that the market does give you breathers, and when you have big moves like this, they're often the best ones to trade, because you do get a period of time when people can just at that point move the market without retail liquidity getting in the way and things like that.
They don't want to scare everybody away.
Last week, like, we had three 80% setups in a row. They all hit. Like, every single one of them worked. Last week was just such nice range trading, and it's the best I've seen for a long time, because the market cleared all the FOMO. So, and all retail was out of the market last week because we had a massive drop at the weekend. Retail just have no idea what to do. They would have been too busy on Twitter, on YouTube, finding out news, finding out anything else. What's going on here? Why are we crashing? What's going on with the market? Where's price going to go next? In the meantime, we have a really nice pool just to trade support and resistance off of, just to trade a range. And the technicals last week were so good. Like, it was such nice trading. And I think we're going to get a period of that again, where just the trading, and that is the thing, you are swimming with sharks. And the thing is, like, when you get these moves down, it's just the sharks that are left. And if you know how they behave, then you can trade with them and you can move with them. And
see, I 100% I agree with Ice, and I use the exact same method. Like, to me, price action is key. So I come from Forex originally, right? And I use a method with called PVRSA method, which stands for price action, volume, resistance, support, analysis. So price action, volume, right? It's literally, that's all you need to know. And the way I trade is I use moving averages, because the market makers, they set up price towards moving averages to lure retail in. And from these moving averages, they make their plays. So
and that's
all
where
I do is
where the bots and the algorithms all move towards as well, isn't it? So there's like a natural magnet towards those, which is...
Yeah. So instead of trading off the moving averages like retail, I wait for the market maker to basically, show me what he's building up on in price action. Is he building longs here? Is he building shorts here? And I just trade. I just trade with the bigger hand.
Mm-hmm.
But price action is key. Like it's
absolutely
number one.
Yeah, price action is everything, and that's why I if you can trade price action and you're aware. There was a really good video actually, and I'm going to point everyone towards this in the chat. So I'm just putting this up on YouTube for everyone. Here we go. So it's this former market maker shares must know trading secrets.
I posted that video.
Aha! Oh,
wait, there's a part 2 if you haven't seen the part 2. And the same market maker has his own YouTube.
Yeah.
Well.
And that's the thing, like this stuff, like if you haven't watched this
guy, I think the guy did you post it or something? I think I saw that video. He's for stocks. He's not for crypto.
Yeah,
he's for stocks, but you translate, you get an idea of what's going on in the stock market.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, but he's talking about the old days. He's talking like
I agree with you. But there's some truth to what's going on now as well.
Oh, 100%. No,
clearly it's not as easy as what it was back then.
There's no question. 100%.
Yeah, and I think that's what I was just saying. I think this is a really good thing for people to watch. Like if you haven't seen these videos, just give them a watch, because you can see it just goes over the thing like price action is everything. And the thing is that the really good traders, that a lot of the time they're not in positions and they don't hold positions very long.
Exactly.
Like for today, the really good traders, and this is kind of the ones that have big enough money to do this, is they would have bought this low and they'd be out now. They're just out. And they wait for another opportunity. They may even have, actually no, probably not shorted it. But yeah, they would know their support. And they'd know 48k, that's a support. Okay, what is our first resistance? Well, as soon as you hit your first resistance, get out of there. Get out of that trade, because you don't know what's going to happen next, because that resistance could end up being stronger than the support you just bought, or the other way around. If you're taking a short, you don't know if that support that you're coming down to is going to be stronger than the resistance you just traded against. So the really, really big traders, they'll be in here, and I'd say they're out by now, and this is what
my eyes, that sort of trading is the way to consistently build an account. Like if you're trying to build an account, right, it is the best way.
Mm-hmm.
Small trades, I think that's small pip size, but you're in and out, and you've locked in the profit.
That's it.
On to the next one.
100%.
And I do think as well, like that's very difficult for a lot of people, because it might be quite hard. If you're not experienced, to know enough plays and to know enough trades to be able to get in at the next one, especially when we have a potential swing opportunity that's going on, which we do now. We do have a potential swing opportunity. And that's the thing why, if you're not going to play the game of get in and out really quickly, so if you're not getting in here and not getting out here, at least take profit on this level, so that you've locked in profit and you can put your stop loss to break even. If it gets stopped out, fine. And if it doesn't, then you are playing that possible swing that could happen.
I can guarantee you, today, what did we come down to? 47k, right? 47, like 48k.
48
can guarantee you people had longed 48k previously. This was previously, before we went to all-time highs, right? And they've been sitting it in that long all this time, right? And they've launched all that profit, just turned into loss. They're in loss. Why? Because they've been paying funding fees all this time. Sitting in loss.
And they probably, their stop loss probably would have been hit. I think a lot of people would have been, so if we go to the chart, let's say, okay, actually our last really good long was this weekly that we had at 56. The weekly that was at 55,790, and that was the last really nice long I got into. I'd say probably, yeah, you never know, but I'd say a decent amount of these traders have probably been liquidated on that position. Although they bought, that was such a good trade at the time. The thing is, they'd be holding it too long. They would have been holding it expecting 72k, I think was like the number that everyone was calling out. So they would have been holding it, be like, okay, we've had a month-long accumulation, we're going to 72k. They see price come down.
They think it's going to bounce.
That's it. They recognize that they're back testing an area of support, and then what happens is in one day it goes from an area of support, which fair enough, if you're in a long from this weekly, you're okay, but you go from being in, let's have a look. So say this is the back test. You go from being at 10% profit, which on a leveraged position is pretty big, to being in a 7.5% loss, which is probably enough to liquidate a lot of them within the space of about 2 hours. And that's what happened last weekend, is that people who had long this and not taken profit and not known where their stop loss was and not been moving their stop up with price, they're out, they're liquidated. And again, I don't mean to if there is anyone, of course, if there are people watching again that this happened to, like this it's happened to all of us. I've been in this position. Like I've been in a position where I had an amazing trade or a trade that I thought was a really good trade, and the market turns against me and I don't want to close it because I believe that it's a good trade, and then I make a massive loss on that. Like I'm not doing that anymore, but I'd say probably at least half of my trading life I've made mistakes like that fairly often, and I'm sure everyone else in here has made mistakes like that as well.
The biggest problem I see is a lot of people, right? So they've set a stop loss, right? As price is coming down to that stop loss, they move the stop loss, right? And then price reverses and goes in the opposite direction. They think, okay, great, I moved my stop loss. Then they get into the bad habit of moving their stop loss, and they just get wiped out. Like you have to put a stop loss in and they have to stick. If it hits the stop loss and reverses, fair enough, right?
That's a massive one, and that's one that I used to struggle with, is that I would see price moving the wrong direction, but I'd notice that there was support below where I was, and I'd try and move my stop loss down just so I didn't get stopped out. And it used to happen. Yeah, I've had a few trades like that where I've moved my stop loss down into more and more of a loss, to the point where my risk to reward is gone and that's just out the window, and I really make a big loss on that. And it's the same thing as like if anyone was in, let's say you were in a long at 60k, and then price goes against you, people would have been buying all the way down to 50. The market can stay irrational for a lot longer than you can stay solvent, and that will happen. Like, imagine, like, even if you're not losing leverage, imagine buying 60k now and being at a 20% loss on that position. Like that's enough to make most people want to close out down here. Like even if you haven't been liquidated, even if you haven't lost your account, even if you're in spot, like that's enough to send most people into a panic phase and for them to close out where we are now. And
stop losses, if you ask me, don't work. I don't use stop losses. Stop losses don't work because that's a wicked circle. That stop losses, like it's all made on purpose to make you have stop losses, and then you're constantly stopped out, and then you're constantly looking for a next trade, and then you're constantly in and out of the trades. Like more times than not, you're gonna have a situation where you need to stop it out yourself.
That's the thing.
Like your invalidation.
You have an invalidation, and that's the thing. If you set your stop loss at your invalidation, and
exactly, and for that you need to know price action. You need to understand what's happening.
I guess what you're saying is like the typical, okay, I'm going to set my stop loss at 10% or whatever.
And exchanges can see that,
work.
and they're selling that information. You're done.
Yeah.
Like everybody's putting stop losses below the previous low.
Yeah, but you must have an area, right, where you think I need to close.
Exactly, of course. But you need to stop it yourself.
Whether you put your stop loss there or you stop it yourself, I don't see the difference. But Luke,
it's a big difference.
Tiger is saying to check the Discord, by the way.
It's a huge difference if you put a stop loss before the trade started, or if you stop it yourself. Because if you stop it yourself, you understand the price action and what's happening on the screen actually, and you know where you're wrong. 99% of the people are actually relying on the stop loss, and they think that the stop loss stopped them out because they were wrong. They weren't wrong. More often than not, you see the price coming back down, stop you out, and go back up, and you were actually right. It's just you weren't strong enough to actually close it yourself. And that's why hard stop losses don't work. They don't work.
You know why? It's because of a lot of people are just using excessive amount of leverage, and they can't use a loose stop, because if they use it's too much leverage to use a loose stop. This is the problem.
100%. 100%.
Wait, what's going on general chat? Someone update me. I can't see.
Oh yeah, basically Tiger, you know the video of the market maker?
Yeah.
I think Tiger is, because he started his own YouTube channel, maybe in the future you can get him on and you can, do an interview or something. I think that's what Tiger is saying.
Wait, is this video, is that who I think it is, and that's someone that's in our community? Because
maybe it's not the YouTube video. Maybe it's a different market. You guys know a lot of market makers.
We've got. Hold on.
I mean, what is a market maker? Market maker is a person that has like large positions.
So we've got if anyone can clear this up, I know Tiger CMF.
I know. Hi, Lucas, CMF there.
Oh yeah. Well, what's going on in general chat? There's so many messages that.
So basically, Tiger is saying he's on contacts with the JJ from that video.
Yeah.
So he asked does JJ wants to come on the YouTube and have a interview and something. So he said it's fine. So it's up to you if you want.
I am down for that. So if I can get some people like that onto this.
So yeah, Tiger, if you're listening, so it's your job to arrange the dates.
Yes, get this done. And in the meantime, can anyone contact Mark Cuban, and can anyone contact who else can we have on? Yeah.
Tiger has a long list with celebrities, so Tiger, come on, one by one.
I need someone who's connected. Actually, this is what I need to contact. Oh, whoa! Who has just sent me 250 Cardano? Thank you. Whoever just sent me 250 Cardano, that's like $300. Nice. Thank you very much to whoever just sent me that. I'm 25 minutes late in saying thank you because I've just checked my phone. But I do have, what I was going to say is I need to text someone who is part of the group who was going to be one of the hosts for us. Her name is Sue. She's really cool, and I don't think many of you have, or I don't think anyone in here has spoken to her actually, but she's really well connected to a lot of people within crypto, and I'll be getting her more involved soon and doing hopefully a much more professional thing going on. Wait a sec. I think oh god. I think it might have been my dad that just sent me 250 Cardano. Because I've just had him subscribe to my channel.
Luke, bro, can I interrupt you for a second, man? I'm
Yeah.
enjoying so much to see this thing. Like when you're gonna have 20,000, 50,000 subscribers, we were with you from the beginning, and this is so enjoyable, man. You're such an awesome person. You have no idea, bro.
Thanks a lot, man. Thank you.
You really are. You truly are, man. Just like keep going. It's so funny, man.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying doing this. It's it's good fun. It's good fun. Right, I am going to. I'm out of beer. I'm gonna go grab myself a drink, and I am just gonna leave this chart open, and someone ice Senti, Gunny, Tempest, CMF, whoever wants to just take over and just share a story for them and just give everyone an overview of your trading experiences, then go ahead and do that. I will. I won't be able to hear it right now because I'll be gone, but I will watch back the video and I will listen. So yeah, someone take over. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay, so I've been talking a lot, Senti. You wanna go, man?
Yeah,
I think people are sick and tired of me, honestly. Like, I think you should talk a little bit.
Just share your best direct story.
That's direct story.
Yeah.
Probably in Forex. I mean, I don't know, wrecked. Like, I use really good risk management, so I never get like wrecked. So I'm not sure. Like, I don't think I've ever been wrecked.
It's basically worst trade of your life.
The worst of my life. Wait, give me a few moments to think. I need to think. Why don't you tell me yours while I'm thinking?
My one's easy. I literally started back in January, this January. And then, I think when it's first time crashed from first all-time highs, something I think 54 or something. Yeah, and to have this kind of illusion that it's a dip, and you try to long it, and it's just like a fish swim against the stream, and you just get fucked. And it's just same thing as overexposed and risk management, and you get wrecked. I didn't trade it like anything like for a month. I just focusing on the learning, and I really discovered the Renko charts and absolutely fall in love. Like Renko is absolutely amazing for me. Like like you said,
Renko is really good.
Yeah, like you said,
you can use Renko in exo charts. It's called TR charts.
Yeah.
Trend reversal.
Yeah, and so basically, like you said, exactly what you need is only price action, just only price action. And I'm really
price action, but mixed. You also need to know the volume.
Yeah, of course.
I think price action with volume is absolutely key.
Yeah,
it tells you exactly what the market makers are doing. You only need to look at those two things.
Yeah, I'm now basically backtesting, like for month been backtesting basically week of waves waves on the Renko charts, and it's just absolutely amazing. You just go from one level, just pure mechanical trading, just compound, take profit, compound, take profit, compound, take profit constantly. And
I like Renko charts.
Sorry?
I said I also like Renko charts.
Yeah. I posted earlier some few charts which just so basically on certain brick sizes, basically every single all-time high, previous all-time high level, it's just like it's like a magnet. It just price just goes there, and then I combine with the Donchen channel, where constantly as price breaks through the Donchen channel, every single breakout is like a support resistance for local range, and you just literally mechanically trading from one horizontal to another one. You pretty much you don't need anything else. You just physically just trade mechanically, take profit, compound, take profit. Just look at the momentum. Does it reverse or goes, and just compound, or either take profit and just go short.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
yeah,
I've thought about the best rec story, and I think the best rec story is probably the amount of Bitcoin I had at one point. I easily had like over 500 Bitcoin at one point. And obviously I sold it because who knows what, nobody would have predicted this. But at one point I did have a ridiculous amount of Bitcoin. So that's probably the best rec story. But you know what? Like,
very cool, man. Very
that's
cool.
in hindsight.
yeah.
Very cool. I don't have any wrecked stories. I literally but I have a really cool story that I want to share with people. Like I started, you guys probably who isn't in this game for a longer period of time, you guys don't remember the 3 commas. It was like the site was called 3 commas. I mean, they still have bots and stuff, but they're not such a big exchange anymore. I don't even know if they're exchange anymore, but they were called 3 commas. Like you have no idea how nice Bybit and everything, even the shitty Binance, how beautiful it looks. We were trading off of like just a couple of numbers, and it was so ugly. But I literally blew up 5 accounts when I was starting, but I never got liquidated. Blew up, I mean, I came literally so close to lose everything, and then I kept coming back. Like my journey in this game was fucking horrendous. Like I wasn't sleeping, I was losing weight, I was obsessed with the charts and thinking about
I love it.
What did I do wrong, and what the fuck is going on? Like my girlfriend was like on fire at the time. She was studying for a bar exam to be a lawyer. So I was like it's completely 2 different things. Like these are the numbers and like high frequency stuff, and hers is like we're talking about some Rome. She has to like learn something about the Rome on her university. So I was constantly between the 2 worlds, and it was killing me. Like, and I was obsessed with charts. And then at one point I literally met this one person. I was talking to that person, and he was a trader for a long period of time, and he literally eased me into the price action thing. That's why I'm constantly telling people that they need to observe the price action and just relax and go with the flow. Understand it's an art, because my charts at the time, they were full of stuff. Like you couldn't even see the price moving. And this person had literally empty chart. And I'm like, what's happening? And he's like, yeah, it's reversing. I'm like, what's reversing? I don't know what do you mean? Like, do we have level here? We have a level here. Like, that's not important. Like, big boys are playing right now. They're taking a breather. And I was like, really? And then I learned from him. He said, 90% of the price action is noise. 90%. You got to learn how to swim with those 10%. And that's when I actually realized that everything, unless you're scalping, which like in the end, I learned how to scalp, and now I became a really good scalper in the end. But at the beginning, when I was a swing trader, I learned that my entries are actually so rare. And it's like playing with fire. Like if I'm entering a trade, even today, I have this little feeling once it hits once limit order hits my entry, I have this little feeling that I always get, because just in time I learned how to understand that entering a trade is such a big thing. People are entering trades like it's nothing, and it's actually a huge thing. So yeah, that's pretty much what I want to share from my story.
Really good point that you need. So most people need this sort of a point of it going really, really badly at some point, just to be able to get that mindset change.
Oh yeah, 100% agree. For me, it was like exactly like that. Like it was completely wiped, and you just like and then you realize like similar like then you realize like exactly this kind of reality check. Like we quoted like Daniel from CC Champions quoted like it's basically your world's best setup could be invalidated by one person in the world with enough big capital, and it's like it's your best TA. It's irrelevant as far as one person decides, if he wants to go its opposite. So, don't get married to bloody coins or trades or whatever. Just sit down, take what you can take from market, and that's it.
But there's also one thing that I'm noticing that people are talking about, and it's completely wrong. Everybody's talking about let your trades run, let your trades run. You're not doing it right if you're not letting your trades run. I'm literally in and out like a wind. I'm cutting it off so fast. Sometimes I don't even take profits. I'm all about green PNL. I don't care about trade or if it's going to hit my target or if it's not going to hit my target. I'm out of that trade. If I don't have a good feeling, sometimes then I'm out. If it's $100 price change green, I'm out. I didn't have a good feeling. I'm waiting for a next setup. And that's pretty much it. I'm all about the green PNL.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed is people are quick to close winning trades, but they let the losers run. It just eats into their equity.
Yeah, I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks. So yeah, what I'd say with that is like, I'd say like, quite a significant proportion of like my trades are in and out quite quickly, especially when I'm doing day trading stuff. You get the odd one now and again that you want to turn into a swing, and you can let those run. Especially swing, usually, like swing shorts are really nice to let run, because especially with the market that we're in right now, I like to have it as if the market wants to show me strength, and my spot, because you're trading Bitcoin, if the spot goes up anyway, you're doing okay. If the market wants to show me strength and stop me out of a swing short position, then I'm happy enough with that.
You're basically using your swing short as a hedge.
Yeah, and it's and also like swing longs from like really big trades, kind of like we've got today. I do have one account that I will leave as a swing, and I will be happy to scale in, because this is an account that, so basically I have an account that I moved into Tether when we were like the end of February, when things went really crazy at the end of February. Like that was before we made two higher highs after that, but the parabolic move ended on like the 20th of February, and that was the first time for 4 years that I thought that Bitcoin had got overextended. So I moved an entire account into USDT, and today I've just gone into a 1x long on that account that I moved into US dollars in February. And those kind of things that I'm just going to let that run, like if and see what happens with that account. And that's the kind of thing, like you need to have different strategies, I guess. And my main account, I'm in and out because I just want to stack sats during a bull run, and I just want to stack USD if we're ranging, and if things are a bit more bearish. So I'll just be in and out, just trying to just gradually increase that portfolio, and then let spot price do the rest of the work for me. But I do know for most people that's not going to work, especially if you're only getting into crypto this year. You're not going to have an account size probably large enough to just let spot do its thing. Like I understand that people do have to use leverage if they want to actually make money in this market, but yeah.
I mean, I have around 9 accounts. I have around 8-9 accounts that I'm circling between all the time. But so on some of the accounts, as I said, like I'm in a short from 59,000. I was very comfortable entering 3x that short, and like I'm still letting it run, and I'm 3x long from 48 to 48 something. So, like some of those trades, I really feel comfortable and I let them run, but they're not my main thing. Like my main account, I'm so serious about it, and like I'm in and out, and I'm all about green PNL. I'm literally obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with green PNL. Like if I see red,
yeah, that's the thing. Like if you, and PNL is really difficult as well, because when you start to see red on an account, psychologically it's really difficult. And I think a lot of people, like, it's that whole thing of like people let losers run for too long. I'd say probably 4 out of 5 trades that I do, if I see it go red at any point, I'll just cut it. That's it, it's done. I'll just wait for the next one. So even if I go like 1% down on that trade, I'll just cut it. I just can't be bothered to think. I'll just get rid of that trade. Like, that one hasn't worked, there'll be another one later in the day. I'll go for a walk, I'll come back, I'll look for the next one. And I think that's
I'm sorry, Luke, I'm interrupting you. I give it one chance to compound it lower. I give it always one chance, and then I compound it lower. If I feel like my idea is not completely invalidated, I just I give it a chance for one compound.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the I say this because I do try and get like really nice entries on things, and usually I will be quite patient on my main account. So let's say we've got a golden pocket thing going on, and you buy the 618 and it comes down and it stops a lot of people out, and then you make that slightly low, and then it bounces. Those kind of things I'm fine with. But if I see, I guess, what I'm kind of saying is that maybe not quite like that 1%. If I see it go red, then I'm out. It's more like as soon as I'm invalidated, I'm out. That's I guess that's probably what I mean by that. And that's the thing. Like, usually you'll get a few trades per day to go off of, and if you can make sure you're not making a loss, then that's good. That's good.
And I would suggest everybody learn how to scalp. At least start with $10 and just catch those falling candles that we're getting on Bitcoin all the time. We're getting those falling candles, and you can literally be right more often than not. Like many times they're not going to work, but like you can enter with a really good market order, and then it just shoots back up like 1%, 1.5%, and then you exit limit.
What I want to show something quickly for anyone that's on the YouTube. So again, yesterday I had a call with a member within the community, and I was just kind of saying, like, he was just asking for strategies, like scalp strategies, and we found some really nice examples of them. And what you often get, especially on altcoins, sorry for anyone in the Zoom, I know I'm not sharing my screen, but what we often get on altcoins is you find them quite often, and this is Cardano, that it creates a range, and you have a bunch of lows on this range, and at some point Bitcoin's going to have some volatility. And what happens with alts is they get quite a nasty reaction to any volatility within Bitcoin. In this case, we know it was to the downside, but this is the Cardano BTC pair. And just the most simple scalp that you can take is, if you find a range, identify where the lows are. As soon as it takes those lows, just long it. Like, a lot of the time on these altcoins is where you can identify stop losses, where stop losses are going to be, especially if you've got lows that are coming in at such a consistent level. As soon as those get taken, it gives you a really, really good trade. And that basically gives you a trade at the low of the range that you know is going to come up to the high of the range. And it's one of those that's just that you don't really need to know much more than just identifying a range and knowing when a spring is occurring. And that's kind of like you were saying, is that I just wanted to cover that quickly, because it kind of went along with what you guys were just saying a minute ago of the whole, like, when you get a big move down, often they just give really good scalp opportunities no matter what it is, I guess.
I found the easiest scalping mechanics is basically scalp it opposite direction after liquidation. So if you open the coin analyze net over there you have an indicator which shows the liquidations, and just do literally have a reference chart for 5 minutes, and so you see the motion, and on 1 minute chart just literally see the liquidation, set like kind of nice, I don't know, like 1 million or 700,000 something like liquidation bar. As soon that's hit, just reverse as soon as green opposite direction, and just you can make quite good money.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you can get that with Confluence on,
exactly.
like, obviously you wouldn't want to do that if you're in no man's land and prices just like if we're doing something crazy like we were doing today, and prices just moving from 51 to 48, and basically between 51 and 48 there's nothing. But as soon as you can get those moves with Confluence there, and you've got a level, maybe you've got a historical monthly, a weekly, a 618, you might have a naked point of control, which we had earlier, that was a nice scalp. You might have even like something as simple as a single print. You can take those liquidations and you can just be like, right, that's me in, like I'm in that trade now. The opposite direction, that's been liquidated. And that's why I really like agri trade as well, is you can just tell really quickly, like as soon as someone's liquidated, if I see long positions liquidated at support, I just hit that market button. I just have my position there, I hit that market button, and I'll just get in, not even thinking about it, just bang, market button in. As soon as then, if there is a reaction, as soon as that reaction stalls and pauses, even just for a few moments, as soon as that reaction stalls, I'm out. And then I'll start to actually look like, where was that bounce and what happened there?
Yeah, I done.
And you get that really often, is like
liquidation, and agro guides the liquidation thing as well. And just use stochastics just for motion to see the kind of motion, and just went in out like literally for like few minutes, whatever. As soon first resistance hit, just get down. Yeah.
So you just saying stochastic, like do you use that on like the 5 minute or something, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice thing to do. Like if you can see that that's starting to curl back up or something, then.
Exactly. Yeah, just for reference. Yeah. Just extra confluence.
Yeah. Again, I haven't used that for such a long time. I forgot that it even exists. But often, like if you're in a channel or something, like if Bitcoin's channeling, or if any other asset is channeling, within like a trend, the stochastic's so nice.
Yeah.
Because so often you just get those lows on the stochastic, and it will be at the low of the channel, and yeah. Yeah, really nice. So I realize I've just had an Acro BTC pair chart on my YouTube for like the last 10 minutes, but that was a really nice buy.
Yeah, Acro is right now a really nice buy. I bought it at 70, like at 70.
68 sats for me was that was the weekly level, and that is the.
Yeah, I bought it there, and now it's 39. Fuck me. That's my spot. That's the only spot that is like desecrating me right now. And I actually have some XLM, and XLM is the only one that's pumping. Like I'm like, what?
Is XLM pumping?
Everything is red. XLM is the only one that's in green. Like I'm like,
God,
really?
VeChain is up on the day. VeChain this morning was so on Binance Futures, that was the worst performing asset out of anything on Binance Futures, and now we're up on the day, and it's now the 4th best performing asset. Wow.
I actually traded wet today. I longed 17 cents to 20 cents.
Nice.
Yeah, so you don't have money shots, so I already shared that trade.
I'm going to I'm gonna get them back in at some point. I think again, it's like you guys were saying the other day, I don't think they add anything unless there's unless people can learn to like do proper setups or something, and not to do the just trying to chase clout and stuff with like I'm all for posting money shots people being proud of their trades, because that's why we're all here. We're all here to trade. But I think last weekend, and it was mainly because I wasn't. Sorry, I've just seen XLM. That is insane.
It's the only one.
Yeah, mainly because I wasn't at the computer last weekend, and I had a load of DMs from people that were hurting after that move. I just thought, like, I've just got to kind of get this out of the community for now, and think of a better way to do money shots and to do positions and things like that, because I understand that people, like, if we're traders, we're all traders, and we all want to show when we have good trades, but there's certain things that we have to be aware of with other people within the group and things, and everyone's here to learn. So
I have no problem with people like showing their trades, but then when people post a screenshot of 1,000%, like what does that mean?
That's the thing. Like without position size,
I could have made
$1.
1,000% on like $1. Like what? It doesn't mean shit.
Yeah,
And,
there's no substance to the money shots. Like if I share a money shot, I'm sharing something that if someone traded the actual pair, they know if it was either a sniper entry or it was something really, really good, or
What I want to see, and this is what I'd like to see, is people giving setups. So keep people giving like their long positions, their short positions, and then showing their profit off of that. So if you can show a setup and then you can show a money shot after that, fine. Like you've shown me a setup. And the thing that I don't, and this is something that I've had a problem with for ages, is that some people will just be in out of $1 positions all day long just to get an entry that they can show people. And this has been a massive problem with money shots in general, is I do know that exists, and I know people that do that, and they'll have an account that is just a throwaway account, because they don't care about the money within that account, and they'll just be like, right, I'll keep longing, long close, for example, until you get the low, and then they'll show the money shot of the one that actually works. But they might take like 100 trades before it actually works. And that's what I don't like. So that's,
There's no point of it. There's like,
no.
What, you're sitting and staring on the bloody screen and waiting for the dip, and then just like long it like $1,000 entries, like spot.
Yeah.
Fuck me, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've got people in the chat saying, no money shots, only TA, and that's what we're about. We're about the TA, and we're about enjoying trading, and trading should be enjoyable. And I think money shots makes trading very stressful for a lot of people, because even if you know it's not real, it's like the Instagram of trading. Like, it's not real life. I could show you a money shot of my long that I took earlier. You wouldn't know if it's like 5 million or $5. Like, no one would know, and no one would know if I actually got in at that low or if I tried like 100 times to get the low. It's not real life. And the thing is, I want to see setups. I want to see people finding good setups. I want to see people explaining why they found those good setups, and teaching people like why it was that they took those trades. And that's what works. Man, I'm just going through alts, and there were some amazing positions that you could have got today. This is like crazy stuff. So I'm completely just scanning stuff, and just I had to go out earlier because I was on Binance, and I was just like, everything looked so nice. I just wanted to buy every single asset, but I had to go out and then think a bit more about what I was doing.
Luke, have you been trading XRP lately? Like, remember when we caught it like in the beginning of everything, when we talked like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? What was it? We caught it in the beginning. I'm still milking that baby. You have no idea. Today I longed 1.05 and I literally took profits on 117.
Yeah, because I remember we'd just taken a trade off of a monthly back test. Here we go. So this is the one that we took, and we were on stream when we took it, I think. Yeah, that was like back at 23 cents. Yeah, so we went from 23, like I can remember doing that, and I was talking to, I don't know if it was you that I was talking to on that one, but I can remember I was talking to someone, and it was
we talked the day before. You and me, remember? I told you about the XRP, and you were like, "Fuck me, I want to long that coin right now. It's crazy."
Yeah,
because
that's the one, wasn't
looking.
it? That was it. Yeah,
And,
the 23
and
cent.
I even came across on an accident. I was like, I gotta see what this shit coin is doing, and I'm like, what? Oh my god, this chart looks good. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's quite a fun one to trade, but a lot of my I'm just looking on the USD chart, and wow, it is so extreme in its movements. Like, I think a lot of, to be honest, I'm glad I haven't traded this recently, because the normal things I would have traded, it looks like every time that I would have taken a trade off of like a grab liquidation from the lows and then bounce, or any of those kind of things, like a swing failure pattern of the lows, they've all failed, like, miserably. And that's what I often do with alts, is just look for where liquidity is and take a trade off of that. But yeah, actually XRP right now looks pretty
dead.
I don't know if it looks good or not. It's just messy. It's such a messy chart.
Yeah, I think it's losing steam.
Yeah, it's just a bit like.
But you gotta also understand, XRP has its own, like zones when it's pumping. Like you know, the US can trade it properly. Asia is sleeping right now, so it has its own moments.
Yeah, it's a really weird one. Because it doesn't respect technicals, or at least the ones that I look for. It has respected technicals really well when it wasn't like really impulsive. Now that we've had a top, I can't see anything on the chart that I would have liked to have traded, since like we hit a high, and the high came in the middle of nowhere for me as well.
Look, let me ask you something. I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, just for a second, so I don't lose my thought. I just want to pick your brain or something.
Yeah.
Like, you've been in this game for a long time now, so tell me, were your spot holdings, did they caught you off guard? Did this massive dumps caught you off guard?
No, because
I've been caught off guard, man, so much. I feel like a complete loser. I feel like bro, I didn't even turn. Everything was 50% down. I mean, I'm so focused on trading, so I'm not watching my spot holdings that much. But like, I was like, wow.
I got to be honest, I got quite lucky last Friday. So I was out on Friday night. I was away for the weekend. And when I have days like that where I know I'm not going to be able to trade for like 3 days, I often just close of a lot of positions. And I've just got into the habit now of, because so many of these trades these spot holdings that I'm in, I've had since like the last couple of years. I've just been waiting for times to sell them. So I'm perfectly happy with selling them, and I move. When I sell stuff, I move like half to Bitcoin, half to USDT. And I did that like massively last Friday. I don't know why. I guess because I knew Bitcoin had come into resistance, and I was seeing that, okay, I kind of want to reset my portfolio a little bit now because things are almost too good. So I sold a lot of stuff. like not whole positions, but I did sell quite a significant amount of my portfolio last Friday. So yeah, this dip hasn't hurt me because I got so much USDT profit out of that that's hedged me against this whole move down. So I'm up in Bitcoin compared to where I was last week, and I'm kind of flat on USD from where I was last week, which is more like just because I was away for a few days. I don't know if I'd have made that same decision if I was gonna actively trade the weekend. But yeah, sometimes you have good luck and sometimes you have bad luck with taking profits and things like that. So.
Yeah, for me it was like a rookie mistake. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
If I look at my spots right now,
that's the thing,
40-50% down.
Yeah, I think that's why I guess that's why I've been so relaxed all week. Because I've not felt this move at all. I can look. I opened up my Binance account earlier, and I opened up a few others, and I just looked at my account, and I can't really tell much difference to how it was this time last week, which is kind of crazy.
But they are late sometimes with the PNL. You know, they show you one number and then you wanna like withdraw or transfer or something, and then they show you a different number. Like Binance is.
Yeah, I do know. I've been kind of dabbling into the coin margin positions over the last few weeks. I had a couple of those liquidated last night. That's just because I don't know how to trade that stuff yet. I went in on isolated. I think I had like an isolated 5x position on. I just moved some spot holdings into this coin marginalized stuff, and I had DOT and EOS and ETH. No, I didn't have ETH. I was already in an ETH position. Uni, and I had these coin margin positions open. And I woke up this morning, I was like, oh yeah, liquidated. But that was like 10% of the spot stuff that I hold, so it's fine. So yeah, that's the only like damage I've had over the last week, but I really don't care about that. Just looking at the chat again. Can you talk about the coin that you posted earlier in the Discord, Unizone? Yes. Who is talking now? Ice has been talking. Wait, I still need to know on the Discord. What is your who are you on the Discord? Ice.
Who are you asking me?
Yeah.
Juntao one.
Juntao. So I will pull this up. So
it's just I'm using Zoom on other stuff, so it's just my name on other stuff, you know. Like so, it just stay here.
Yeah, that's cool. Someone had just said, who is talking now? And then someone said Ice, and I just was like, oh wait, who is that? XRP hits the 786 a lot. I noticed. Hit at a monthly high. High was at a monthly 25th. So 25th Legacy is saying, yeah, actually, I've heard this. I really don't trade XRP very much. But yeah, I've heard that the 786 is like the thing that it does. So, yeah. Luke, do you not keep an eye on your crypto on a cold wallet? No, I don't really check my cold wallet stuff. I don't check my ledger very much at all, what the value of that is. I know if I'll be aware if something kind of makes an all-time high or something like that, and if it does, then I'll just move it over and I'll sell a bit of it. But yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah, I'm gonna move away because every time I drink tea, it's like noisy on the chat. Okay.
Where is our other? Where's Senti? Senti, you're here?
Yeah, I'm here, dude. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Like,
because I haven't heard from you for a while.
yeah. So. When you start drinking at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, at this time is like when you're pretty dead.
Yeah, I understand.
Where are you guys from?
What's that?
London.
Where are you guys from? Oh, London.
Oh yeah. I'm London as well. Oh,
yeah,
I'm
London as well.
I haven't said this in a stream yet, so I've got the crazy story that I have to tell everyone. So everyone who is watching this, so you all know Luxury, right? Our amazing coach who is in the channel. So I've been speaking to him for a while, and like obviously because we're working together on things, and I'd been speaking to Luxury for a while. And we had a Zoom meeting, I think like last week. So we had a Zoom meeting last week, and we were just going over like the coach role and everything that would involve and what we'd kind of expect from that. And this was the first time we'd really spoken to each other in depth. And at some point, like Luxury was like, "You sound like you're from London," and he also is from London. And yeah, we had this thing, like I was like, yeah, I'm from South London, and he was like, oh yeah, me too. And then I said, like, we kind of realized after that he literally lives like a few minutes away from me, which is just the craziest thing. Like of all, I'd never spoken to, well, I'd obviously spoken to him for quite a while before, but we'd never gone on to this topic. I didn't know where he was from. I didn't know anything like that. We just knew I knew he was from the UK, and then after speaking, like, we could tell we were from London, and then yeah, it works out that we literally live like 5 minutes away from each other, which is just is mad. And what are the chances of that? It's just,
yeah, I'm from East London.
Yeah, I guess it's London, so it's like, yeah, it's probably
East London, huh?
Yeah,
you're a Hammer supporter?
not really. I mean, like, yeah, it's local football thing, but I'm not really in football. So. I can play, but like, it's not like I'm fanatical.
Yeah, Senti's a West Ham supporter, aren't you?
Yeah, born and bred, dude.
Most of my mates around West Ham supporter.
Yeah,
see, I'm unfortunately, and this is because I didn't.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't grow up in London. I grew up in like where there was no real good football teams at all. But I'm a Man United supporter. But my local team would be Crystal Palace.
Yeah, my local team is Brentford.
Okay. Yeah, but still, yeah, it's close enough to West Ham to be a thing.
Oh, well, when I was younger, I used to live in East London. So
Yeah.
that's where West Ham came.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, boys, I'm gonna go to bed right now.
Okay.
It was nice talking to you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, we'll do this again next Friday, I'm sure, and maybe one day in the week again. And yeah, it's always great to have you on.
Thank you so much, Luke, and keep doing what you're doing. Santi, it was very nice to meet you, and I know what's the other guy's name? I'm sorry.
And nice to meet you too, my friend. CMF.
CMF is the other guy.
Yes.
Crazy motherfucker.
Okay, it was very nice to meet you, man. And have a good night, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Night, man.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you all.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers. See you.
Cheers.
I've just I just asked in the Discord if anyone else wanted to join the Zoom call, but it seems like no one wants to.
YouTube chat says London's meetup then, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's on the cards. I think we've got to do a London meetup soon. I think an Edinburgh meetup is yeah, I think we've got to do a London meetup. I think we've got to do an Edinburgh meetup, and we'll see where else we can go after that.
Yeah, next month opens the indoors and everything, so you know.
Yeah, and that's I know a lot of us are from London, so that will be a nice thing to start off. And yeah, I just want to get back out traveling again. So if we can, do a nice London meetup, do one up in Edinburgh as well, because I know we've got a few people up there, and anywhere else that we can go. I guess as the community grows, we'll have more places we can go to.
Maybe to Germany.
Yeah.
One day.
I come from Germany. I listened to you guys. I think it's the 5th or 6th Zoom meeting, which I'm taking part, and I don't feel so confident to contribute to you all. It's better for me to listen, and I enjoy it very much, I have to say, and want to say a big thank you.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. Let's say, it's always always nice, and it's great for you to be able to join these Zoom calls, and to like even just having people to talk to is just really nice on these. So don't whenever you want to join these, just feel free to, and it's good to hear.
Yeah, it's very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Let's have a look back on YouTube again. Skepo says, guys, what are your thoughts where we are going to? Are all here still very bearish? I'm not bearish. I'm not bearish. Is anyone else bearish?
Not bearish. I think I'm slightly bullish, but slightly neutral at this point.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm in that.
VWAP?
Sorry, what was that?
Back to VWAP, maybe, and have a bounce there at BTC.
It looks to me we swung the local golden pocket, and now we're coming down. I think this is the crucial time. Like, yes. I think that this next bounce is very crucial. We determine whether we're going up or down.
It needs to come more.
I heard from someone earlier that we were like near a yearly VWAP, but that can't be right at all. No, it's not right. That was.
I said it this afternoon in the chat that BTC bounced on the low of 47.5. I have the yearly VWAP there. No?
Is that you that said that? I don't see the yearly VWAP on my chart. And I'd be very surprised if it has come this high.
Yes.
Let me have a look. Oh no. Okay, if you look on the daily, it has hit a yearly VWAP, yeah.
Yes, even
we have
on
hit.
The daily, the yearly VWAP is this high, isn't this?
No, you are
crazy?
Completely right. We have hit the yearly VWAP today. That's really nice find, because that's something that I would not look at. I
have a combined oscillator,
indicator.
Yes, indicator, where a yearly, monthly, weekly, daily is all in ones. Unfortunately, the colors are all the same, but you can adjust this. And I have it on one chart layout where I look sometimes on it.
Yeah, that's that's a really nice spot. Well, well done for finding that, because that's really nice. Yeah, wow, yearly VWAP. I was not expecting that, but I guess because we did start the year, like, we were already out of all-time highs, and yeah, things were already really bullish coming into the yearly, that I guess it kind of makes sense that it's caught up with price this much.
Yes, like the weekly VWAP resets on Mondays. The year is still young.
Yeah, exactly. So it's had plenty of time to just follow this crazy price action up that we've had. So yeah, that's really interesting. Actually, I've never collected data on like the yearly VWAP, knowing what that means for macro levels.
I don't look at usually, but it was a find by accident.
Yeah, I actually want to test this quickly, because I do want to see, because it does seem to be that kind of thing. That's weird, isn't it? Like, depending on your exchange.
Yeah, you probably need to check like Bitmex, something which has a history. Because
Yeah.
Bybit is like what? Like hit the first time maybe.
Yeah, I think that's probably a big thing to do with it. So let's go Coinbase, because I'd like to see what spot. So the yearly VWAP on Coinbase is much lower right now, but I'm just interested to see how it reacted on the last bull run.
Yeah, you probably need to check like Bitmex, something which has a history.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the last bull run we did come into it once.
Bybit is like what?
Okay. It does. Yeah, it does seem to work, this yearly VWAP. We do get the odd good. Not so much in 2019. You normally get like 1 or 2 good touches per year from it. Yeah, no, that's nice. It's interesting to know. Anyway, it's interesting to be aware of that. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
That could be good. Yeah, it could be like,
only one you need.
Nice entry. In macro level.
Okay.
You take 2 trades a year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one was today or 2.
Yeah, today would be the massive long. That if anyone is trading the yearly VWAP, you are long and strong.
I knock on wood.
Yeah, that's it.
That's nice. Yeah. Oh, I've just seen. So Talby, it's Talby. I don't know Talby. Whoever you are in the Discord, thank you. But he's just said in the YouTube the ADA was for parts for the new PC. So I guess that's who sent the Cardano tip. Thank you very much. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. This is how much of an idiot I am. I can literally see if I go onto my OBS that Talby has donated. And there is a note with that. It says, thanks for everything you do for the community and helping us with trading. A little help towards the new PC. Yeah, if I were just to look at my OBS, then I would have seen that. I am very sorry, I missed that, and I need to keep an eye on these things in future. There we go. I thought that was my dad. What a crazy thing.
Yeah, it gets used to.
Yeah. Ash K says, can you go over ETH USD? Yeah, ETH USD is really easy. This is what we were saying. This is the mad thing, isn't it? Like last night, when we were. This was last night, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Last night I said if we hit 21,000, no, 21,000? Imagine. If we hit 1,002, 2,130, that would be a really good buy. So Ash, if you had watched my stream last night, then 2130 was the level we were looking at. Well, 2136. And that's where we ended up, which was really, 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 really nice. And I was really not expecting this to happen overnight at all. But I did luckily manage to get some orders down there. All I see on the ETH USD chart is our resistance here at 2,500 and our support here at 2,130. If we want to go in between that, we do have a golden pocket at, and then we could take these highs at 2,450 area. So you could be looking at $2,450 as a, I guess, a swing fairly pattern of the highs. But yeah, I just see this as being a range now between 2,500 and 2,130. And it all depends on what Bitcoin does, as usual. ETH BTC is struggling with its previous high at the moment. So yeah, I think ETH BTC is an important one to be looking at as well. So we need to be holding 0.043 Bitcoin. As long as it can hold 0.043. Well,
bounced off the local golden pocket, which was lining right up onto the top of the monthly.
Yep, so we do have, that would be this one, wouldn't it? There we go. Yeah, local golden pocket right on the monthly, and then it looks like we came right into probably our golden pocket on the way back up. There we go. Yeah, perfectly. And we have session VWAP as support at the moment. Yeah, ETH looks good. Cool. Skepo, thought you guys all want to short the daily. I'm not trading tonight. I've had far too many drinks to be able to trade this efficiently. I'm currently in the long and want to ride it out. That's I think that's my position as well. Like I took quite big profit on the daily that we have here, and yeah, I front run that just because we were streaming. And I was just setting up my stream, and as we went live, that's when we came into our daily area. And I did actually notice price move down when I took profit. So there we go, the whale. I'm sorry, I front run everyone on the daily. No, I don't have that much of a big position. Maybe. But yeah, I've taken profit on my long, and I probably just want to hold the rest of it now. I guess 49k looks like a nice support, and 50k is going to be, I guess we got psychological now at 50k. So we'll see how that holds up. 25th Legacy shorted the daily. That is good. So you're on profit. There is great confluence in at 1786. ETH would be crazy. There's great confluence in at 1.6786 ETH. I guess if it's the 1.68, the 1686. Oh right, are you saying 1686? I was assuming that was like a fib expansion or something like that. I don't think we're going that. I don't think we're going to 1786. 1930 is my lower support for this. I think if we went below 1,930, then we'd be looking back at 1,400. How many confluences do you look at before taking a trade? It depends what it is. So I usually like to see at least a horizontal level. So whether that's a monthly, a weekly, or just a high or a low of a range. And I like to see something with the Fibonacci that goes along with that. More often than not, that's enough for me to take a trade just off of basic support and resistance and Fibonacci levels. That would be off of like swing positions, not scalps. If it's scalps, then I will just trade each level that we get to that I have marked out as an important area, and I don't necessarily need to look so much for confluence on that. So say we had like a naked point of control on the 4 hour, then I'd be happy enough just to scalp that, just for that reaction, get in and out, and then let things go from there. But yeah, for swing trades, I'd probably look for an order block on the daily or the 4 hour, Fibonacci levels, and a daily, weekly, or monthly level to go along with that. So yeah, two or three things. Global points of control, those kind of things are nice as well. So I know this is a really nice example of something a bit different. So 1 inch hit our global point of control today that was within the golden pocket and also had its anchored view up from its entire existence today. So that was a really nice trade for me today, and that's why I drew this green box, because that's what I was looking for. Yeah. What are you guys thinking will happen at the Asia Open? Massacre again? No, we're weekend now. Weekends are normally the opposite to what happened during the week. I think we're in a range over the weekend. And if we can reclaim 52k, then I'm bullish. If we lose 48k, then I'm looking to 45. I don't think we're really gonna like have another massive move down. Actually, yeah, I don't even think we're gonna look to 45. I think we might sweep the lows and come back up. But I'd say what I think is most likely is we're in a range somewhere between 52k and 48k. That's like, yeah, I don't think we get above 52k, and I don't think we go below 48k over the weekend. That's just my had too many drinks scenario. Anyone else got any thoughts on that? Because we've got a few people in the Zoom. No one?
I can see a move up, actually. Personally, I could see a move up. Not crazy, but I want to see a move up. I could see a move up and reclaim the daily.
Yeah, that's it. I think if we do reclaim 52, then we could be looking back at like 54, 56, I guess. But 52 is a big one for me. Like
No. For me as well. I'm seeing so much shit at 52k. It's gonna be a hard one.
Yeah, I think I certainly wouldn't. Yeah, I would not want to be taking a long position going into 52k, especially over a weekend. And yeah, if we reclaim 52k, then I'd be looking up to 54 and 56. I think what I think is more likely is we probably reject if we get to 52, and then we might come back to 50. after that. So maybe we're just stuck in a really tight range between like 52 and 50 over the weekend, which would be really healthy actually. Like if it can chop around this daily level and then get a move up on Monday, then that looks really nice.
Yeah, I think the stock market sentiment really helped Bitcoin today. I think if the stocks had kept on correcting, we could have seen lower. I think it played out nicely.
The weird thing is Bitcoin's been leading quite a lot recently against the stock market. I don't know how it was today. Agree. I think Bitcoin's trading a lot more technical in the stock market right now. And I think, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Do any of you guys want to do a screen share and go over anything? Just because I'll probably end this like fairly soon. I should probably get some sleep at some point soon. But
I think it's a bit late. I think next time.
Yeah. If anyone does want to do a quick screen share, then feel free. But yeah. If not, we can just continue on this, and I'll just put my chart on. I just need to go to the toilet, that's all.
It's all good. I think I'm gonna head off here actually. Like dying.
Yeah.
Good time to get to sleep.
It is getting late, isn't it? And we've only got like 30 people watching.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm
GG guys.
I'm heading out as well, so need to hit the bed.
There we go. My toilet break killed the chat. All right, cool. It was awesome speaking to you guys again, and we'll do this again next Friday. And well, if I'm around, if you guys are around, and maybe another day during the week. And thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys. See you next time.
Thank you all. Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye. And then there was me. I'm the last one remaining. Okay. Alright, bear with me like 2 minutes, everyone. I'm just going to pop out for a minute, and then I think what I'll do is just have a quick little scan of things, see what's going on, and if anyone wants to ask any questions or anything, then we'll do the usual thing. But I am going to be back in 1 minute. I am back. Okay. Still a few people watching. Wow. I've just seen so Scaffold Pike, you're in the YouTube, and I've noticed you in the Discord as well, and basically we've had like an issue in the Discord where bots are coming into the Discord, and I saw you joining at the same time that a load of bots had joined into the Discord group. But I'm really glad I didn't kick you out, because Scaffold Pike, you're clearly an actual person. And thank you so much for commenting in the chat. It would be great if you I don't know. Maybe you have been contributing in the community and been talking to people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, we just had a bot influx around the same time you joined, and everyone seems to have like names. But yes, welcome to the community, Scaffold Pike. I know you joined like yesterday or the day before. And also Scaffold Pike, for anyone who doesn't know, is like that's like the largest mountain in England. Lewis Trail, what's your prediction for tonight? Will it drop to 43k? Nah. No, it's not going to drop to 43k in my opinion. I think the probabilities are that the low is in at 48 or just below 48. I think if we do go lower, the lowest we would see would be 45k. I do not think we'll be going to 43. Does say 43, not 48. Yeah, no, we're not. We're not going to go to 43k tonight. Like, I'd be confident enough to say no chance we go to 43k tonight. It's not going to happen. The lowest I could see us going over the weekend is probably like 48 again. Cool. Glutametergic neutron. I know who you are in the Discord, but I'm just trying to pronounce your YouTube name. Could you share your AgriTrade settings in the chat or in the Discord? I will share them on the stream. So my AgriTrade settings are: I have removed the 100,000. All I'm interested in is 500,000 and above. So I have 500,000, 1 million, 5 million, and 10 million. And that's the only real difference that I've made on AgriTrade. I've not made any other changes. The only other change I've made is if you go to Siri here, and you have then the option for CVD. So I've enabled the CVD on there. So yes, that is that. So that's the only two changes I've made. To remove some noise, I've removed 100k, and I've added the CVD, and that is it. I was close to the pronunciation. I'm glad I was close to the pronunciation, because at the moment I've had quite a few drinks and I can't even pronounce real words. So yeah, good. I've got the rum and coke here, but I do also have some water, and I do need to have some water. Lewis, options. Did when do options expire? Lewis, can you? I don't actually know. I don't pay too much attention to that. I am a price action trader. That is what I do. So I don't pay too much attention to when the options are expiring. But if you know when they are, I thought they were the last Friday of every month, which would that be today? Or do we have 31 days? No, it's next Friday would be the last. That's when options are expiring, right? Next Friday. So I think, yeah, we've not got. We had our quarterly options expiring last month. These are just monthly, which aren't too important. I don't think. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say about options expiring. I don't think it makes a massive amount of difference, if I'm honest. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's all I can say on that. I don't think it makes too much difference to the price and to what I trade. If, for example, things were really overextended or in one direction or another going into the options expiry date, then I might expect some volatility. But things would have to be like really overextended going into the day, so like a few days before, not like a week before. If we are a week before, I might be wrong. Yeah. ETH is going down. ETH's not been doing too well on this high here. Wow. We've had a bit of a... I'm tired. Storage is pumping. Really? Was that? Wow. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up now. We've only got 25 people viewing. Oh, Elizabeth Wash, can you go over how to view ATAS for BTC? I do not trade ATAS. I don't have ATAS. I have Macs. I can't use ATAS on a Mac. So I cannot go over that, I'm afraid. I do use ExoCharts, so that's fairly similar, but I do not use ATAS, and I have never used ATAS for trading anything because I have a Mac and I can't use it. Yeah, sorry, can't answer that question. Okay, if anyone has any final questions before I go, then just let me know. Someone just said this on the chat. ABV. This isn't loading. Yeah, the picture's not loading. I can see OBV is coiling up. I would assume from what you've got on the chart that is some kind of support going on here. We've got a channel. Yeah, this isn't loading. This is really weird. Open original. There we go. Let's have a look. I'll be honest, I don't know how you can read well, actually, just from looking at the patterns on this, yeah, so this is, I guess you have some like really low time frame OBV stuff going on here, and that's what, when you get these crossovers and things, and we had that at the high and now we've got it at the low, and back here we had these crossovers. Like I've literally never seen this indicator in my life, so I'm just trying to decipher this as I see it off of a picture. So I may be completely wrong, but I'm just seeing these lines and I see these crossing up, and that starts to show a top, and you get, I guess, divergence on those, and you get a move down, and then you have these come down really far below. And now they're coming down again. But this isn't up to... Is this... No, surely this is not up to date, because we've not bounced this high. Wait, what is going on? What is this chart? Maybe we have come this high. No, surely we haven't. Oh, this is really local. Right, oh man, this looked like the top we put in last week, and it looked like all of this that we've done. Like the fractal looks the same. I'm so confused. Yeah, yeah, this is really local. I had no idea that this was so local. High, low, I guess. Yeah, yeah, I got that really wrong. Gunny, I'm sorry. It wanted to coil up, but reversal. OI is third pane from past experience. Zoom is down, or no, I've still got the Zoom open. I did end the call. Gunny, if you're watching, do you just want to explain this, or we've only got like 20 viewers left? Do you want to explain it on the stream, or should we like save this for next time? It'd be really useful to go over this anyway, because I quite like the look of that. But you can do it now, or we can do it another day. I am tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, we'll do it next time. Yeah. Go over. Sure. Go over your settings and what it is you're looking for on this, because it does look really interesting. I do like the look of that. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for staying with us for... How long have we been live? I don't even know how long we've been live. A long time. Thank you for being with us for a long time. And I will see you all Oh no, ugh, Gunny. I'm not. I'm going now. Sorry. Yeah, I'm off. We'll do this another day. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going now, and thanks everyone. Almost 3 hours live tonight. That is a marathon stream, and if only we had more people watching us. Okay, right. Thank you guys, and I will be around on the chat over the weekend, but the next time you'll see a video and stuff from me will be on Monday, because weekends are weekends, and I like to have weekends. So I will see you all briefly over the weekend, and I will see you all properly on Monday. Bye.